Something's brewing in Dallas, and it starts under center. Dak Prescott, entering his 10th NFL season, has broken his silence, not with empty words or casual comments, but with a clear, passionate statement. He needs to win a Super Bowl. Not once, needs. And if you're a real Cowboys fan, you felt that. Prescott is tired of the noise, tired of the jokes, tired of the 30-year drought hanging over this franchise like a storm cloud. This isn't about stats anymore. This isn't about contracts. This is about legacy, pride, and sanity. In a recent feature, Dak said it plainly. I want to win a championship. It's not about legacy. It's for my personal being, for my sanity. This is the mindset the Cowboys desperately need, not just from their quarterback, but from everyone in that locker room. Quarterback one isn't running from the pressure. He's staring it down, embracing it, and demanding that the entire team do the same. Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, is backing that shift in energy. He's not just calling plays. He's pushing players to embrace expectations. The message is simple. If you're wearing that star on your helmet, you carry the weight of history, of heartbreak, of 30 years without a ring. And here's the truth. Winning in Dallas doesn't just elevate your career. It cements your legacy forever. If Prescott and this group can be the ones to finally break the curse, they won't just be Super Bowl champs. They'll become legends in the heart of Texas. This fan base isn't just waiting for a title. They're starving for it. They've been let down too many times. But now, QB1 is letting the world know. He feels the hunger too. He's not hiding from it. He's living in it. So the question isn't if the Cowboys can win with Dak. The question is, will this fire finally be enough to ignite a championship run? If Dak Prescott wins just one Super Bowl, everything changes. Not just for the Dallas Cowboys, not just for this era, but for the history books. We're talking about a player who would instantly etch his name into the core of Cowboys royalty. No, he might never leapfrog legends like Roger Staubach or Troy Aikman. Those were dynasties built on multiple championships. But Dak, he'd become the face of the modern Dallas era. The man who ended the 3-decade drought. The quarterback who finally delivered what an entire generation of Cowboys fans has waited for. And make no mistake, if that moment comes, Cowboys Nation will remember every player on that roster. From quarterback one to special teams backup, jersey numbers, snap counts, every clutch play, all of it, cemented in fan memory. That's how powerful a single Super Bowl would be in Dallas. Dak knows this, but his eyes are locked on something even deeper. In a recent interview, Prescott reflected, "It's hard to be reflective, but you have to be. Some seasons you're injured, some you come close but don't finish. It makes you grateful for every day you're healthy, every day you get to walk into the building and approach your teammates." That's not just leadership talk. That's a man acknowledging the clock. He knows he's on the back nine of his career. No longer the new kid, no longer just building his resume. Now he's chasing finality. And maybe, just maybe, he's realizing the window is closing faster than anyone admits. And that awareness, it might be the key. Prescott could be more aggressive this year. Willing to run, willing to put his body on the line in big moments, willing to do the dirty work that legends are built on. Because time doesn't wait, not in this league. Not for quarterbacks who are still chasing that ring. This feels like a different version of Dak. More grateful, more locked in, and more dangerous. And this could be the year the Cowboys finally catch the league sleeping. But here's what's bizarre. Somehow Dak's raw, honest comments about wanting to win a championship sparked debate shows to explode again. He became the headline on Get Up on First Take, with talking heads dissecting his legacy like it's breaking news. Let's be real. These weren't controversial remarks. They were humble, focused, passionate, and yet, while the NBA Finals were still happening, the biggest moment in basketball, the media chose to focus on Dak Prescott. It's not a coincidence. The Cowboys quarterback is one of the most polarizing positions in all of sports, and Dak lives in that spotlight every day, no matter what he says or doesn't say. Still, it's frustrating. Guys like Bart Scott and Damian Woody, professional critics at this point, keep turning football conversations into personal narratives. That noise, it's not football talk. It's just fuel. Fuel that Dak Prescott seems ready to silence once and for all. It's the middle of June. No preseason, no training camp. The NBA Finals are still going, but somehow, the biggest headline in sports media is still Dak Prescott. That doesn't speak to Dak's controversy. That speaks to the media machine that never stops spinning, even when there's nothing real to say. The fact that the Cowboys quarterback can be turned into a daily debate topic in the heart of the offseason shows just how empty some of these shows have become. There are no new insights, no deep analysis, just recycled takes and cheap clicks. But forget all that noise, because inside the Cowboys building, the focus is sharp. Dak recently addressed one of the biggest questions in Dallas, Micah Parsons' contract. And he was confident. We're very confident this deal's going to get done. And honestly, that confidence feels earned. Parsons is the future of this defense. A generational talent whose impact goes beyond the stat sheet. The front office knows it, the locker room knows it, and according to reports, the structure of the deal might already be in place. What's left now is pride. Negotiation chess, the usual back and forth when both sides know the end result is inevitable. Dak and Micah now share locker space. That's not a coincidence. That's leadership linking up with intensity. And both men know they need each other to reach the mountaintop. Dak's public vote of confidence wasn't just a message to the media. It was a message to Micah. We've got you. It's only a matter of time. But Dak wasn't done talking. He also opened up about one of the most intriguing additions to the offense, George Pickens. Prescott didn't throw out coach speak or hollow praise. He spoke like a quarterback who's already building real chemistry with his new wide receiver. He's been phenomenal. He loves football. He loves his teammates. He shows up early, works hard, and fits right into the culture. He's one of us, a brother. That matters. In Dallas, there's no time for learning curves. Pickens is stepping into a high-pressure role, and the connection between quarterback and wide receiver has to be instant. So far, it sounds like that chemistry is growing fast and quietly becoming a major storyline heading into the season. Forget the media noise. Forget the forced debate shows. Inside the Star, the story is simple. Prescott is locked in. Parsons is the defensive anchor. And Pickens? He might just be the spark this offense needed. There's something happening quietly in Dallas. Something that could reshape the offense in ways no one's expecting. George Pickens and Dak Prescott. It's early, but the connection feels natural. And more importantly, it makes sense. Pickens isn't just another athletic wideout with highlight reel potential. He's got Dak's rhythm, his pace, his mindset. This isn't a wide receiver trying to be a diva or dominate the spotlight. Pickens shows up, locks in, and plays with a technician's attention to detail. That's the kind of receiver Dak thrives with. What stands out even more? Pickens is cerebral. His interviews aren't just surface-level talk. There's depth in his language, his phrasing, his thought process. He's clearly someone who studies the game, who dissects routes, timing, and defenses like a quarterback would. That kind of IQ matters, especially in a system that's asking for precision, not chaos. You get the sense that Pickens isn't here to just play. He's here to master. And when that kind of receiver gets in sync with a quarterback like Dak, who values trust, timing, and discipline, the results can be explosive. This isn't about hype. It's about fit. And Pickens might just be one of the most quietly perfect fits Dak has ever had. So while the media debates fake legacies and stirs up off-season noise, the real story is forming on the field, in the heat, in the film room, in the reps that don't go viral. It's a quarterback locked in on legacy. It's a defense about to be secured with Micah, and it's a new receiver who might just catch fire at exactly the right time. Dallas fans, pay attention. Because if this offense gets rolling early and Pickens becomes that reliable outlet, this could be the season where things finally click. No more excuses, no more almost. Just a team that's ready to take the next step.